It's clear that the majority of Canadians support Ukraine.
This Friday marks 1 year since Russia's full-scale invasion of Ukraine began. A new poll shows that majority of Canadians support Ukraine's ongoing fight for freedom, but a quarter of Canadians now say that the peace negotiation process should be reignited. The poll by Angus Reid shows 55% of Canadians say Ukraine should continue fighting, but there is a divide whether the goal should be the reclamation of its eastern provinces or all of its previous territory, including Crimea.
Really, the only way to end the war, and I think the majority of Canadians understand this, is to have Russia lose and leave Ukraine and have Ukraine as a free, sovereign, independent country.
Initial peace talks took place between Russia and Ukraine in April 2022, but have not reignited since. Ukrainian President Volodymyr Zelensky recently said that the path to ending this war is a full-scale Russian retreat. Helena Stoiko agrees. She says negotiating with Putin is not possible.
It's not a conflict. It is not a dispute. It's a clear and blatant violation of the borders of a sovereign country. It's the murder and killing of people, civilians, children. And how do you negotiate with that?
Manitoban Chad McFarland is currently in Ukraine on a mission to deliver supplies to the front lines in Kherson. He is seeing firsthand how the invasion is impacting Ukrainian lives every single day. McFarland explains what the situation would look like at home if Canada was in Ukraine's current position.
Russia invades Canada. They've taken British Columbia and part of Alberta. So what percentage of Canada should we give up to the Russians if they invade? That's what it boils down to. If there's not a peace to be had that doesn't include Ukrainians, losing their homes. I don't understand where anyone thinks that the Russian genocide is an acceptable peace.
To date, the Canadian government has provided around $2 billion to Ukraine, mainly in military aid. In the last month alone, the feds announced the transfer of 200 armored personnel carriers and $400 million surface-to-air missile defense systems for the Leopard 2 tanks. Discussions between NATO allies remain ongoing whether or not to send fighter jets to Ukraine. Rallies are being held across the country to mark the one-year anniversary on Friday, February 24th, including one here in Winnipeg at the Canadian Museum for Human Rights. In Winnipeg, Alex Karpa, City News.